In
All right, welcome everyone to the Jen Stammers After Party. Woo! Sorry, I don't know what the hell happened to me there. I got a little overly excited, I think. Anyways, once again, Jen, thank you for being the guest of honor tonight.
Thanks for having me. My cat has now joined us, so she'll be beating me with her tail periodically.
All right. Sounds like fun. Stephanie, good to see you in here. Good to see that you made it home safely from that long-ass drive all the way to Better. I was pretty pleased that you showed up. That was awesome. Why? This is unusual. Everybody's so quiet. What the hell?
I'm eating pizza.
I'm waiting for you to do your introductions that you normally do.
Yeah.
Oh, I see. Well,
I just like attention.
They're learning.
Yeah, I'm new, so
I don't like the way Mikey said that.
All right, and Wes is ignoring us apparently.
No, I'm here.
That's how he's set up. That's the way he wants to do it.
Oh, all right, fair enough. All right, so we just have to
you can hear me, can't you?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay, okay.
If we have really good eyesight, we can even see all ourselves on your screen.
Yeah.
Oh my!
All right, so
fuck for that.
I don't
so
know,
far,
man.
of course, with us in here, we have, of course, Jen is with us. My co-host, Mr. Mikey Famine, is with us. We have the wonderful Stephanie Helms here. We have the What's Up Fuckers Paul here with us. We got producer Wes with us. We got Canadian Ollymans with us, and of course, student Dr. Ben is with us.
STB.
Oh, hello, how are you? Yeah, this will be your first after party. Awesome, cool. I hope you enjoy it. We usually have a lot of fun on these things, talk about all kinds of ridiculous things. So be prepared. Don't drink anything.
We got Chaos in the chat.
Hey, Chaos, what's going on?
Yeah, shut up. What's up? I haven't seen you in a while, friend.
Chaos is great. Well, we might have to hang out a little bit with Chaos when we finally make our journey over to the UK.
Oh yeah, we should do that. We gotta start planning for that.
Planning for a trip to the UK.
Yeah, to celebrate my med school graduation next year.
That'd be cool.
Ben and I are gonna hop a plane, fly for like fucking 10 hours, and go to the UK.
Yeah,
I'm gonna drive.
Go hang out with Phoebe and Katie and Stool.
I'll drive.
He'll drive.
Well, can I ask Jen a question?
Sure.
Our guest, get it started.
Sure.
Okay, I want to know about your thesis. You kind of mentioned it. What was it about again? And can you elaborate?
Yeah, it was a literary exploration of harmful religious beliefs. So I read a bunch of memoirs and nonfiction books about other people writing about their experience growing up in mostly fundamentalist, like religious homes. And I wrote about the harm in that, and that took up the bulk of the paper, at least of the research paper. But towards the tail end, I also made sure to point out that it's not just the fundamentalist, like hardcore religious groups that cause the harm. There's even harm in the ones that just lightly believe, and just the passing spiritual beliefs or the witchy woo beliefs. Like there can be harm found in all of it. So that was the bulk of the paper. Sorry, my cat's messing with wires. And then the second part of the paper, she's really trying to have a good time. The second part of the paper was more my personal experience in deconversion through college, because that was one of the bonuses, was you get to write about your college experience, and thankfully I deconverted during college, so it really got to tie it all into my research paper pretty well.
Okay, that's interesting.
It was a blast to
Kind of
write. You know,
sad
it was-
too. Kind of
Oh,
sad
yeah.
at the same time, but yeah, I think that'd be a fun one to study and research even.
It was pretty heartbreaking for a lot of it. One of the books that I read was Educated by Tara Westover, and if you haven't read that book, it is pretty heartbreaking. It's pretty good. Highly recommend that one. But yeah, it was supposed to be 30 to 35 pages, and whenever I finished it, I had about 50 pages, so I had to cut out quite a bit of information just to make it fit what the assignment was. But that's all right.
Well, that's my
Way
question.
better to
See ya.
Way better to have too much than too little in something like that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But, they always say in writing you have to kill your darlings. You got to take out the parts that you love the most, and it was pretty difficult to do that.
Sometimes I wonder how this shit ends up on my fucking Twitter timeline. I'm no idea.
It wasn't
Right.
me this time.
Do I want to know? Is it?
Something about divorced
What?
mothers asking if they're still hot. I'm like, what? How did
Why
this
would
end
that-
up here?
Why would the algorithm show you that, Neil? I wonder.
Is it an ad?
What does the algorithm think about that?
Here's what it says. It's a you might like
Oh,
follow
yeah.
the topic. Because I just hit a bunch of topics I wanted to follow, like space news, NHL, hockey
Mills.
scores, that kind of shit, right? No mills.
And divorced.
No, I didn't put that. It's just it's
did
not
not
the first
request
time
this.
that's happened. But,
I had an advertisement for White Claw lemonade seltzer or something in my feed on Twitter yesterday, and I had to comment. I'm like, did I really get this? I'm like, oh, Twitter, you just don't know me very well, do you?
now they want me to take a quick Twitter survey. Why? So you can put more MILF shit on my fucking timeline?
There it is.
Yes.
There it is.
I ordered that computer the other day off of that Best Buy website, and in the last couple of days, I've noticed a number of emails and Twitter advertisements for computers, stuff like that, computer parts.
Yeah.
They're
Oh, can
watching
I
you,
real-
Ollie.
They are. They definitely are.
Can I really quick address Farron's comment in the chat? Tomorrow is game night. Tomorrow is trivia. Come hang out. On
Tomorrow
Twitch.
is Canada Day.
That sounds fun.
Yeah, I have trivia night every week on Fridays, 9 p.m. Eastern Time on twitch.com/studentdrben.
Drop the
You can hang
link.
out. Yeah, I'll put it in. It's a fun
Put
time.
the link in there. Yes.
Jen, can I ask you what you're going to do now after college?
Well,
Have you-
immediately after college, it was during COVID times, so I was like, people are dying everywhere. So I just got a job working with dogs that had absolutely nothing to do with my degree. So I just worked taking care of special needs dogs for about a year. And then I had to move, so I was in Oklahoma, now I'm in Nebraska. And I have a job at an engineering company as a team coordinator, so still absolutely nothing to do with my degree.
See.
At some point I'd like to go back to college and pursue a master's and then a PhD in psychology, because I got a bachelor's in English and psychology, because I want to work on prison reform and stuff for violent criminals. So that's the dream, but who knows?
That
I was
is
gonna-
interesting.
I was gonna study like how to beat like the last level of Ninja Turtles. It's real hard because he's a robot.
Yeah, but
I
we
think
did
it's a
it.
valiant cause.
We did do it.
We beat it, remember?
We did.
You need to go back and do story mode.
No,
Why?
Hot knives.
no, I'm done.
Knives.
You haven't even tried April O'Neil. She's actually a badass.
You do get to be. Who's your favorite turtle, Jen? You first.
My favorite Ninja Turtle?
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Or were they
I don't know
demonic?
if I have one. Well, It was more so that was my brother's favorite thing. So as the younger sister, I just decided that I never wanted to watch it with him ever.
The old spite hate.
Exactly. Yeah, I was 7 years younger, so I had to do something.
So what were you doing during turtle time? Because, I mean, he's over there doing cowabungas, and you're doing, like,
Dude.
Cabbage
I was
Patch
probably
Kid.
like, oh, so funny that you mentioned Cabbage Patch Kid. So I had many of them growing up, and my brother once told me that's how you get kids, is you just get Cabbage Patch Kids from the store, and if you take really good care of them, then they'll turn into a real baby. And that's why you don't have any memories from like before the age of like 2 or 3, because
Oh
you're
my
a Cabbage Patch Kid. So then I just had like a mental breakdown thinking that my like tins of Cabbage Patch Kids are gonna be real babies at some point. So I went into my room and I started like throwing them all over the place and like leaving them on the ground. I was like, if I'm a bad parent, then they won't become real and I won't have to worry about it.
Please don't come to life. Please don't come to
Yeah,
life.
so I was
Start-
like,
start
I'm
kicking
fine. I
around the
can't be
hallways.
a parent.
What was Grandma thinking giving me this? I am
Yes.
4
Terrible idea.
already, but I don't have a job.
By the way, Mikey, the right answer is Donatello.
Oh, dude. It's got to be Mikey. Come on.
Nope, Donatello.
Thank you.
Somebody says Michelangelo. That's all he says, Michelangelo.
That's what I'm saying, man. Nidamos.
I was always a Casey Jones guy.
Sorry, I don't think he's a turtle.
Right?
He's not a turtle.
You
But
have
he's an ally to
bypassed
the
the
turtle.
basic point of the question.
Yes, I have.
He's still
my
not a
answer
turtle,
was Cabbage
and
Patch
neither is
Kids,
Splinter.
so I still think
Elbow.
it's better.
Was my memories of this particular phase are vague, but was there a Leonardo?
Correct.
Yeah.
Yes, and he was best boy. I don't care what anyone says.
Yeah.
Yeah, I bet you your favorite is Captain America, too. Goody two shoes.
Bro, he had katanas. Come on.
It's pretty badass, not gonna front.
Who, Leonardo?
2 of them.
Yeah, his weapons were a little OP than like everyone else,
You
right?
think about it. You whack me in the head with a nunchuck, yeah, it's gonna hurt. But if you stab me with a freaking katana,
Or cut. Just slice me
Dude.
up.
yeah.
The problem
you
with
can't-
Leonardo is he used those fucking swords and never killed anybody. How do you do that?
So
Oh, he
go
killed-
back and read the real first comic that
Yeah.
they did, and he killed the shit out of
I
some
had it.
people.
Oh, yeah. I had it. Black and white.
Yeah.
The dark side of the turtles.
Yeah. They were,
Shit,
they
we were
were
talking about
way
that.
different.
Yeah, and Mikey's stream we did, and when we beat the game, we talked about that a lot with Jonathan.
Mm-hmm. Aha.
Nibos.
Hey guys.
Well, I saw Deneen asking for a link, and I sent one, but she hasn't shown up yet.
I haven't
Well,
seen her in
you
the
know how
side
these things
chat.
work.
Oh, she was there for a minute. Going away.
Well, let me see. But she doesn't really use her Twitter all that often, so she may not even know that it's
Who dat?
there. Deneen.
Nidamos. What about that?
Hey Stephanie.
What's going
It's
on?
just, I feel like I just hung out with you guys.
Yeah, it wasn't that long ago, really.
There. I feel different.
Not the same.
Not the same. That's the
kinda-
first. That was my first hash token in like 2 days. I hadn't smoked any yesterday or today.
There you go.
So different buzz
Yeah.
for sure. Oh fuck! I'm all blurry again. God damn it!
Stop fucking things up, man.
What's that
We
guy
just all
doing
wanted
with
to
his
see how you
hands?
see yourself.
I was really kind of expecting.
And now
to
I'm
see,
not blurry.
I was really kind of expecting to just see a cartoon Nidimus sitting on a bench somewhere, and I'm like, oh look, there's Nidimus.
I just want to know what he's doing with his hands. Maybe I don't want to know. I don't know.
Oh, hold on.
No, you
Especially
made
when
that
it makes
one.
that face and he's
Yeah.
looking down. Yeah, that's not... Hand check!
Good check.
Uh-oh.
They're just not rigged,
Uh-oh.
so my shoulders don't track super well. I'm still working out the bugs.
Mm.
It's okay.
Ba-ba-ba-bum.
So this will be a
Chaos.
weekend of disc golf, by the way. I went last night. I'm going tomorrow. I'm going Saturday, and I'm going Sunday. Disc golf.
Disco.
Yes. Here,
I had
gonna
to
make it
here
my
in the
worst
United
start of the year yesterday.
Now, does that count as a sport?
No,
I would say so. Yes.
Yeah,
Go play it before you tell me it's not.
I mean, if golf
I
is
tried
a
it.
sport,
Yeah.
it should
No,
be
it's
a
not.
sport too.
Yeah.
oh, of course it is.
I don't get to use a cart. I got to walk that course, and it's up and down hills. It's not flat like a golf course.
You're sounding all funky again, Ali.
I've got a golf cart you can borrow. You want me to bring it out to
Yeah,
PEI?
Good luck going up and down those hills. Am I still sounding crapped out?
Yes.
It's getting squiggly again.
Ollie, do you
Okay,
play
Jay.
courses where you have to like walk through the trees and stuff too on these like little dirt paths?
Look at the trees.
Yes. Like
Yeah, you can't take a golf cart through that.
The course I play on is, like I said, rated 2 years ago. It was rated the number 2 golf course in the world, disc golf course in the world, and it is.
Some of them are, Dave. Sorry.
So it's all up and down hills and all through trees and over ponds and stuff like that. It's a really nice course. And
I can
they've
think
been
Sorry.
doing a lot of work to it over the last year and a half, 2 years, installing these gold tees, which are even longer on most of the holes. So they're trying to get that number 1 position for the most difficult and fun to play course in the world, according to the PDGA, which is the Professional Disc Golf Association.
Really? There is a PDGA, huh? Is there an
Oh, yeah.
international federation?
I don't know
What?
about that, but there's a professional disc golf tour. I mean, the top 30 or 40 players in the world, they don't work a job. They just do disc golf. Right? Maybe it might be more than that. It might be more like 100. I don't know.
Wow.
I can't tell if Steph
Right.
is trolling him or not.
And we're going to see 50 to 60 of them here in September for Canadian nationals. So, and these people.
Is it
from
a
all over the
gender
world.
segregated sport? I'm just wondering.
There is a male and female division. Yes.
Do you have rules about that?
About what?
You know, who gets to compete in which division?
No.
Cool.
Not as far as I know. Right? I have no idea. I'm not up on the rules. So
That's good.
You-
I played the game, but I don't know the rules. That's always good.
right? No,
There's
it's
not
not
too
like that.
many
I have no
rules.
idea. I'm not involved with the PDG. I have no idea what they're going to rule on that shit like that. Right? So if it was up to me, I wouldn't give a fuck. Right? Play wherever you feel like playing.
All right, so I was talking to Mikey earlier, and we've discovered that on Pokemon Go,
Oh, no.
I can actually invite people to do a raid with me, no matter where they are in the world.
It's
So I
true.
just send you a link, and then you can jump in and do raid a gym or whatever with me at any point, anywhere.
Only if I can use Snorlax.
Well, okay.
Bring whatever you got, man. You're gonna need it.
I got shit.
What-
Meh.
No idea.
They wipe.
Is that an
dude,
effort to like increase like user interactivity so that they drop that like restriction of locality?
I
I'm
think
not sure if the locality restrictions were in with the friend thing or not.
Hmm.
I know.
I just assumed that it was somewhat based on locality, but okay.
They
Cool.
they let go of a lot of that stuff, and they even started doing like those distant or like long distance raid passes. So like
Mhm.
if you have one, you can get them from like a Pokestop or something. So you don't have to like spend money on it, but you can be like at your house. If you can see a gem, they'll let you battle it.
Oh, nice.
Or like if you see a raid like down the street, you can ballot. You don't have to actually physically go down there.
My kids
So
used to play that. Go ahead. Sorry.
No, you go ahead.
Well, my kids used to play that when it first popped, Pokemon Go, and then right up the street is a Catholic all-girls school, and there was a gym like inside the school. So we used to I used to take them up there on one of my golf carts, and they used to get so mad. Like, what are you guys doing? You don't belong here. Fuck you, there's a Pokemon gym. They're trying to do something that I don't understand. That was dumb.
They're getting Pokeballs, so I don't have to give them my credit card
Right?
to buy some. Now leave me alone. Be here for 7 minutes exactly, and we're out of here.
Nuns used to come out screaming at us. You need to go. It's like, fuck you.
Nothing like picking up your balls at the Catholic school.
I forgot my air conditioner was on in the other room. You guys probably noticed the less noise from my end now.
Yes.
Yeah.
Sure.
Sorry about that.
So, Jen, where did you meet Neil? And further, how involved are you with the atheist community now? And welcome to the atheist community.
Oh, thank you. So
Yeah.
I met Neil via email. So I saw him on some of the Atheist Community of Austin's shows. And I reached out to him after starting to watch his content and asked if he had any availability for me to be on his show, and thankfully he said yes. So we've yet to meet in person, but hopefully.
Has he ever said
someday.
no?
You said no to me the first 4 times.
Ooh.
Yeah. Had to fight to get a booking.
He hasn't even invited me on.
I had to actually had to use a prosecutor actually to get onto the show.
He got served with papers and shit.
Yep.
I just begged.
How the
You
Come to think of it, how the-
Several lawsuits later.
So I got an email from the Army with all the stuff for my residency applications, and now it's like hitting me that I'm applying for residency like now.
Yep. So where are you hoping to go?
I'm hoping, well, and this is before I've gone, the next 2 months I'm going to be spending at these places to kind of see where I want to go. But I want to be at Fort Hood, Texas, which sounds like an awful place to go, but I have reasons for wanting to go there. So.
Weather-wise, it sounds horrible.
Well, yeah, and the fact that it's Texas, but it's actually one of the best bases to go to and family medicine programs to go to for furthering trans rights in the military. So it's actually a great place to be for what I want to do.
Cool.
And from our conversations, my understanding is you want to be in general practice.
Yeah, I want to do
more or
family
less
medicine. Yeah,
family medicine.
I'm gonna rank, because you rank them like 1 through whatever of the programs that you want to be matched into. And so what my plan is, because family medicine did fill this past year, I am going to rank multiple specialties. So I'm going to put family medicine as my top priority. And then I think I'm also going to rank pediatrics and internal medicine to just see if I don't get a spot in family medicine, then maybe they'll take me in one of the other ones. Because those ones don't fill. So we'll see what happens. I'd be happy doing any of them. So that's why I have no problem ranking all of them.
How close is that to Austin?
It's about an hour away from Austin.
Yeah.
So
Which
you'd
would
be able
be-
to slip up there for the occasional Sunday if they start going live in the studio.
I'm actually going to be doing in August, because I'm doing my kind of interview rotation there. I'm going to be there at the studio for the last Sunday of August.
Cool.
So it'll be fun.
See, this Mikey's got what I want in Pokemon Go. He's got a Mewtwo. God damn it.
Nice. That's nice.
And that's why I want to add a bunch of people that would be willing to go in on a raid on a gym where the Mewtwo is, so we can all win a Mewtwo. You know, like what the motherfucker's already got one.
I am vaguely familiar with what that is because there was a Pokemon movie and I saw clips from Ryan Reynolds' interview.
Pokemon.
Pokemon.
Pac-Mans.
Mon.
That was actually a cute movie. I like that.
Was it?
Yeah.
Like I said, I just saw clips from an interview with Ryan Reynolds.
I'm
Right.
racking my brain. I don't have any. I have a really sketchy recollection as to how Neil and I connected for doing the deconstruction story thing. I think it was some random Twitter thing that we just all of a sudden.
I was
Oh,
sharing.
yeah.
I was sharing the link on Discord, so it might have been through the Discord that you saw it.
Maybe.
Oh,
Could be.
on the ACD Discord. So
Yeah.
I'm in a battle right now. Sorry.
you're in a battle right
You're
now.
in a battle.
Okay.
Good.
Yeah, I'm beating the
Wait.
Is it
trainer.
really is it really spicy and controversial and annoying?
No.
Are we doing a
Fun.
round robin of how we got here?
I don't know.
Yeah, we can do that. How all of you ended up finding me and getting involved?
Okay.
I mean,
All right, hold on. We'll go. Ha!
Ah,
Well, shit.
hi. You only got
Well,
introduced to the show a
fuck.
couple of months ago. You should know.
Yeah, I think I came here from Creaky. I seen Neil. I think in a couple of the side chats on the There We Are Then
Mhm.
streams, and then I was dinking around on YouTube, and I was like, oh, yeah, I know that name. So I watched a couple, and I'm just obnoxious enough that he's like, "Yeah, why don't you come on?" Okay,
Exactly.
and now he regrets it every stream.
No, dude.
Every
maybe,
other
maybe a little.
every other stream. Wes, you're on the hot spot. Aha!
I don't really remember. I remember trying to get Neil on my show, and most of the time he says no, but
Wait, what?
and I have to beg in the
what?
chat a bunch, and well, I can't say everything I have to do for Neil, but wink, wink.
Got called out, Neil.
Yeah.
Next.
I don't say no. What are you talking about?
Oh, hey.
Ah.
He actually says he wouldn't be that rude. He would say sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry about that.
So
Boy,
I was recommended to come on Neil's channel by Christy, I think, from the ACD Discord, that if I wanted to create content and potentially answer people's questions or be a guest host on like Truth Wanted or something, that I needed to be a more well-known presence in the atheist community. And I want to share my story. I think my story is important for different people, so I reached out to Neil and he had me on. And now I've been popping in streams.
Stream popper.
Sorry about that.
Stream popper.
For me, it was just over a year and a half ago, I think. Maybe a little bit longer than that. Mikey, you dropped by IFWAS one night, and I found out about the show through that. Started showing up after that, and then started getting invited to the after parties, and been hanging out ever since. So,
You're welcome.
no problem.
Why am I big?
Because he's putting everybody big.
Why are
Okay.
you
Well,
just
hi
not catching
everybody.
on
You
to
can
this?
watch me drink beer.
Beer.
Nice.
Did you not hear the
Yeah.
question?
Do you like beer? Are you like?
No,
are
I
you
didn't.
Like
I
a
was-
Brett Kavanaugh.
I
or
was
something?
distracted.
Like,
I was distracted reading about what the army wants me to do next year. What was the question?
Yeah. Yeah.
How did
How
you
did-
meet Neil?
Well, how did I meet Neil? Well, I messaged Neil last year, sometime around June or something, and then he got me on the show in July.
Awesome.
Yeah, so how we met.
Yeah, but
All right.
did you find me somewhere? Or
Might be
No,
2
it was
years now from coming on.
No, it was recommended that I go on your show because I had asked somebody how to get more involved in the YouTube atheist community, and somebody said, "Go talk to Neil," and that's how.
Because I'm the gatekeeper, apparently.
Yeah.
You are
Yes.
Apparently you are.
kind of.
So I just went back in my Twitter chat history, and apparently I just stumbled over your channel and was going back and forth in live chat and like, huh. I sent you, hey, can I get on this after show thing? And you wrote back, my apologies, Stephanie, just saw this another time. No worries. It was fun. It was fun watching a good show. Thank you. Thanks. If you have a deconversion story to share, you're welcome. Always welcome to share it on the show. So that's, I guess, how that happened. Just totally random.
Oh, what's this here? Uh-oh. Oh, well, Stephanie, another Stephanie. This is going to get way too confusing here.
We have so many Stephanies. There are like 3 Stephanies here.
You can call me Sidra. It's all right. I could do that. Or Mad Wet Hen, either way.
Mad Wet Hen. I like
There's
the
a lot
Wet
of
Hen. That's
Jens,
a good one.
too.
But, yeah, Keymaster of Gozer.
Yeah, that's what I was just laughing at. Yeah.
John Hudson.
And the reason it's
Stephanie-
me mostly Ocean Kelto's fault.
For you, it's Keltoy's fault?
It's mainly Ocean Kelto's fault, yeah. I found you, Neil, indirectly through Ocean because Ocean did a ping for a bunch of people to come and watch your interview with Eliakai, and then I came on that after party.
That's right.
and-
That's right. That was a long time ago now.
Yeah, time feels fake.
It doesn't stop for anyone. Mind you, time is just a human construct anyways. I mean, the way we view it anyways. But, well, Stephanie has aphantasia. We are more than welcome to come on and share your story. I think I have an email in I think it's in the description box of this. If not, it'll be in the one in the interview. Or you can, if you're on Twitter and you follow me on Twitter or Facebook or something, you can message me either way there.
I gave her
much
your phone
easier.
number. Or
Oh,
I
did you?
gave you her phone number.
Did
One
you?
of the way. Yeah.
Why do I not remember this?
You've slept since then? I don't fucking know.
Who's
I have that
sleeping?
problem.
Sleep.
What's
I'm old
that?
enough to forget shit when I sleep. Christ. I'm pretty sure I gave you her number. Let's go back.
Tons of Stephanies.
Tons of Stephanie. Yeah, this is altogether too true.
Stephanie Brown. Okay. Yeah, we'll figure something out so that you can come on here. We'd love to have you on. Oh, the more people that come out and share their stories, the better off. So, because I believe all these stories are important and need to be heard. So, yeah, we'll connect one way or another, and we'll set it all up. Well, actually, you're in the chat right now. We could do it right fucking now.
Well, there's
There
an
you go.
awful idea.
I have my... Somebody kick Paul out of here. Fucking damn it.
Bye.
I'm just kidding.
Oh, what's going on?
I don't know what your July schedule looks like, but in the second half of July, I have the 19th open, which is a Tuesday. I have Thursday the 28th open, and I have Saturday, July 30th open.
You still have a Saturday open.
I still have a Saturday, which is rare because they usually get snapped up right away.
Yeah.
Mind you, that could be because I really only just made the second half of July because I was unsure whether or not I was going to still be in town because I may go away again, like into the interior to visit my dad and stuff and meet Deneen and everybody over there. hang out with Godless Mom and stuff like that. And Janice
Said the
Selby.
19th.
The 19th works for you? Okay. So
There you go.
You got another sucker.
So should I just use your YouTube name? Stephanie has aphantasia?
I usually
For
just
real,
call
though,
her Steph.
For real, though, I will say you did an excellent job, Neil. All these conversion stories. If I didn't have shows on at the same time, I'd be here a lot more often. And
Well,
and you get to meet a lot of good people, too.
Yeah,
so.
well, I'd like to introduce folks to... some don't really realize how big of a community we have. So
Yeah.
Deb is
Yep.
here.
Ooh, what?
Actually, I think I'm the one
Yeah,
of the people that told Ben to come on your show. If I remember right. He was kind of new to the community at the time.
What do we lose?
Nidimo said he's got to
Yeah,
do something with the
Wifey.
wifey.
yeah. He's got wife aggro.
okay, so when the time comes, hi, Janine.
Man,
When the
hi.
time comes, Stephanie, I'm going to need a method to drop links for you. So I'm kind of hoping possibly you have a Facebook or something like that.
She's
that
on
I
Twitter.
Or on Twitter. Okay.
Nah,
Okay. Alrighty then. Hang on here.
I'll find her and I'll send her to you. You run the show.
Okay. And then we can connect through Twitter and I can get you links and stuff to come onto the show and whatnot. All right. Okay, good. Awesome. Another one booked. Excellent.
Right on.
And I still have this one here that I started booking, but I think I got sidetracked and forgot to continue doing it. And all I have is L.
L.
And I have no idea who the hell that was. I can't remember because my brain doesn't work for me most of the time. So, yeah. So I got to figure out who this L person was that I was supposed to have booked on here. I don't know. I did, however, I managed, going to the Better conference, I managed to get quite a few people booked there. Actually,
So
John
somebody met
Hudson,
there.
Isn't L one of the Hebrew words for God,
Yeah.
yes,
yeah, that's
yes.
EL.
Yeah, not ELLE. So
Stephanie
I
got the
think-
sticker. I have my sticker somewhere.
John, I had you scheduled for Saturday, but I can't remember. Was it you that sent me a message saying that we had to rebook it? Or are you good for Saturday? It takes a little bit of time for this to get to the people listening, so there's a bit of a delay. So we will we'll figure that out. But it says if that's the case, then I'll have the second open, which actually may be a good thing because I'm actually in the midst of doing a bunch of shit here at my house where I'm getting a new bed and I got to get a new vehicle. And so I got so much garbage to get out of my room first before I can even get my bed out of here. So it's going to be a sweaty day.
Yeah.
That's all right. Sweaty days are good.
Yeah. Anyway, so some of the great folks that I've got booked now, of course, John, if he's still able to do it, I got Apostate Ashley, Alice Gretchen, who's an actress, C Truth, who's in the chat, is coming up. Scorpiana is coming up. John W. Loftus. I managed to finally. Yeah, you did. You did tell me that. That's right, John. That's what it was. You're going to be out of town. Okay.
Loftus?
John W. Loftus. He wrote books like The Case Against Miracles, stuff like that. He's written about 11 books, I think. Really smart guy. I met him and his wife at Better. So yeah, apparently I've got the second open now because John can't do it. We'll rebook when you get back, John. Just get in touch with me and we can rebook. So what I'm going to do is leave Saturday open because that'll give me the day to get everything I need to do done here. So there you go, folks. There won't be a show on Saturday, unfortunately, but we'll be back on Tuesday. So
Maybe I'll do an extra stream on Saturday.
There you go. You can go
Sweet.
back, Ben.
Come hang out with me.
Tons of streams from Ben.
Well, yeah, I'm making it
Alright.
up for my month of not being around and my next couple months of also not really being around. So here you go. You get this week.
Yeah.
All right, cool. That's great that we got that shit. Good.
So
I will love Apostate Ashley, by the way. She is awesome.
Yeah, I met her in person.
John,
Oh, did you? Oh, yeah. I
Oh,
knew
yeah,
she
she's
showed
so
better.
cool.
John and
She's
his wife
cool.
were very, very cool. I met them as well at Better, and very, very cool people.
Yeah, let's just rub it in to everybody that didn't get
John
to better.
John was the guy that asked the trans woman in sports question for our panel. It was
I
very
watched that
interesting
channel
comment.
live.
All right, so I just followed you, Stephanie. So if you want to follow me, it'll actually open up your message. So I'll be able to DM you there.
Getting shit done.
Getting shit done. That's right.
Stephanie in the live chat asked if I ever experienced culture shock. So I'm just going to answer that real quick. Yeah, like 100%. All I'd ever seen growing up was like my own little tiny like town of Salisaw. I had the privilege of like traveling a lot, but it was always like with my family or with a school group. So always very contained. Never really got to actually explore. So going to college was a huge culture shock. Like I said, I'd never heard of the word feminist before. So whenever that was introduced to me as a concept, it was absolutely mind-blowing. And I remember going home on a weekend and being like, Mom, did you ever hear of the word feminist? And she was like, no, what's that? And I got to explain the concept of feminism to my mom as well. So, I mean, even just that alone was mind-blowing to me just in college. So, yeah, definitely a lot of culture shock.
How did that conversation go?
She was skeptical of it and didn't fully buy into it. I think the best way to describe it is she thought that the concept was interesting, but that it could lead to negative things.
Uh-huh.
Like thinking.
Yeah.
Paul, you said in the private chat, you said you had a way to contact Forrest?
Oh man, I got ins, dude. Yeah,
Okay, please do.
I'll try to make that happen tomorrow.
I'm not even sure if he knows who I am. So
everybody knows you. Come on, give yourself more credit.
Let's not get carried away.
I mean, Forrest is primarily a TikToker, though, so I think there's a cultural difference between the atheists of TikTok and the atheists of YouTube and the atheists of Twitch.
Sure. He's been blowing up
We just
on
don't see each
YouTube
other.
too, though.
Yeah, he has.
His channel.
Well, yeah, because he has like that whole audience that he can bring over too. Like he has platforms on platforms. So
plus, he's been on like the Atheist Experience. He's been on.
Yeah, well, he's a regular host of the Atheist Experience. So
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That'd be really cool if I could have him on
the show.
Which
is why
he's
I can't rebook him on a Creaky show because he's always busy.
Yeah, well, tell Creaky to have my ass on his fucking show. I want to talk.
Bro, I can't even like. I'm trying to get Dillahunty on our stream, and Matt's show is on at the same time as our stream on Sundays, so we can't do that. But like, we've made a concession for when Pelogio was on. Creaky was able to do it on like a Wednesday, and I'm like, just tell me what day. I'm like, Creaky, tell me what day so I can have Matt on. And this has been going on like 2 weeks now. And he just won't commit to a day to have Matt on. I'm like, dude, you're killing me.
Well, you know, Matt's a pretty busy guy.
Yeah, anyways. I know. He's got a lot of shit going on.
He certainly does. So what kind of things, Jen, I got a quick question. What kind of things do you do now that you never would have done when you were a believer? I like that laugh there, Janine.
Yeah, right.
Glad you asked her.
Well, there's a lot of things that I can't really say on YouTube that I do now that I
Okay, well, there you go.
I don't know. I mean, there are still some things that like I was indoctrinated for such a long time that there are still some things that whenever I do them, I feel like this guilt that I shouldn't feel. Like sometimes I'll watch a movie and I curse pretty frequently and I've watched things that curse and that's fine. But sometimes whenever I'm watching a movie and there's like 5 fucks right in a row, like I'll get that like
Samuel Jackson
indoctrination
movie?
guilt.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so I think
Are these motherfucking
now-
snakes on my motherfucking plate?
exactly. That movie is actually a very good example of that like indoctrinational guilt that I still feel. So I think that I mean, for the most part, there's nothing specific that really stands out in my mind. I mean, I'm really kind of a boring person right now, but I definitely
No, you're not.
I definitely research way more than I ever did whenever I was religious, and about anything, not just about like religious topics or philosophical topics, but I've learned like the value of knowledge and research. And so now I'm not afraid to like spend hours going down a rabbit hole online.
That's how she reminds me of Stacy. And when you were talking earlier about how you would turn in your computer to your parents and say, okay, I don't even want to tell you what I did. Just trust me. Here, take my, that was my daughter. Like,
Yeah.
she was just too good for her own good. And yeah.
It was real bad.
Stacy now, and Stacy just like, she questions everything. And then she goes down the rabbit hole, and then she's like down the rabbit. I don't even care. I'm just so happy to be out of it all. I don't even care. I'm just like, I want to date. I want to see men. I want to just like.
Yeah.
And you talk about the swearing. The only thing
Men are terrible. You don't want to see men.
The one thing I
don't
still
sell
can't
yourself
do,
short, Neil.
I still can't curse, like saying Jesus Christ or God damn. I still don't do that.
Those are my favorites now.
I can't. It's just not. But also, I've got 3 young grandsons, so I can't get in the habit of cursing.
I think one of my favorite things of kind of letting go of religion and the indoctrination and all of it is just not having to like question myself anymore and like my actions. Like I can do stuff and not be like, okay, but like what does the Bible say about this? Or like, okay, is this like gonna be a sin, or am I gonna have to answer for this later in life?
What
Like,
door am I opening?
Exactly. Like the only standard that I have to meet are the standards that I've set for myself.
Yeah.
So that is, I don't have to worry about like the things that I might not know or the different interpretations. I just have to say, I think I'm being a good person. The people that I treat respectfully, and that's what matters.
There you go.
What about racism? Was that ever a problem for you, Jen?
Racism? No.
Yeah. Just the LGBT thing.
So the racism wasn't really an issue for me growing up. Thankfully, that wasn't something that my family had an issue with. That wasn't something that my church had an issue with. So I lucked out that I didn't get that part of the indoctrination. But the LGBTQ community, I definitely had some of that rub off on me as I was growing up. My parents and my church, they were the kind that would say like, oh, hate the sin, love the sinner, and which is super toxic. And, they would say like, oh, our doors are open, everyone. But they left out the part that once you leave, they'll talk about you. And so it was that kind of environment. And so growing up, I would say whenever I was like a teenager and whenever you really start to understand a lot of things, I would recognize that my sect was saying, no, like this stuff is bad. And I would say, oh, okay, maybe like what I'm supposed to believe is bad. But I was always of the mindset of like, I don't really care what you do with your life. But then as I started exploring my own sexuality and came to the realization that I was bisexual, that carried like a lot. And I came to that realization after I was already an atheist, but I even still had so much of that indoctrination on me that it took a long time to come to terms with the fact that I was bisexual and that I was okay with being bisexual. So I definitely did experience more of the LGBTQ stuff with that.
I think that genetically modified skeptic puts it really well. That making the distinction between deconversion and deconstruction. Whereas the deconversion part is like one aspect of things, but the deconstruction of realigning your beliefs, you're really deeply examining your previous beliefs and seeing where those little roadblocks are and living your life henceforward is rather, it's a long process. It's not something that you lose.
And there's a lot of things you have to,
yeah,
there's a lot of things you have to learn or unlearn or relearn. So like the area that I grew up in was predominantly religious, not just in my household, but the town. And like my school, they didn't have like sex education, for example. Like we had a class that was called sex education, but the teacher literally stood up in front and said, I don't want to teach you this, so we're just going to watch movies. And that was my sex education class. And so for like way past time, they were just regular standard like Lifetime type movies, just nothing educational whatsoever. And so way past the time whenever I'm supposed to be learning about these things, I just had absolutely no idea. And it was even to the time where like the first time that I had sex, I don't even know what had happened. Because I just wasn't taught what anything was. And so then whenever you leave and you have to start learning all these different things, and then dealing with the thought of like, oh, like sex is bad and you're not supposed to have it, and then trying to have a healthy relationship, like those things don't really go hand in hand after you've kind of deconverted. So yeah, you just have to learn things and relearn things. And I don't think that that's a part that really gets talked about a whole lot in the deconversion process. It's just how much of a shift it is to just learn everything all
You're so lucky you're so young when you got out.
over again.
My first time having sex was like, is this happening? Wait, I'm over? Wait, what?
My first time was, you want to put what? Where?
What do you mean? There's options?
What?
Like, no. Yeah, but you're really lucky. Like, you're really lucky you're as young as you are. I mean, you've got an entire lifetime ahead of you. That's amazing. So, you should be really, really happy.
Yeah, I really am grateful for the way that things happened, because if I wouldn't have made the connections that I made in college, the friends that I had my freshman year in college, I surrounded myself with people who believed this exact same way as I did, because that's human nature. That's what you do.
That's the American way too, though. You got to stay in that bubble.
Exactly. And so it wasn't until my sophomore year that I actually started making connections with people who had different mindsets of mine. And it was just a snowball effect after that. Like, after you start talking to people who have different perspectives, you really learn like, oh, okay, there's more to see than just my own perspective. And so I remember after telling myself like, oh, I don't believe in God anymore, I remember going on a drive and looking around and everything legitimately seeming bigger and like more incredible. And like, I would look at the skyline and be like, wow, the universe
is real
is
wonder.
so much larger than I ever thought it would be. Because you grow up hearing the songs like he's got the whole world in his hands and stuff like that. So earth-centric and it's so human-centric.
By the way, our God is an awesome God.
You're welcome. I'm really glad that hit home.
Have you had much anger?
That guy, that guy backslid totally. He's totally not even a Christian anymore, right? The guy who wrote it. That was awesome when I heard that. I'm like, good.
I missed it. Have you had much anger, Jen? At anybody or Christians or anybody that still preach or anything like that?
I think
I'm a born again atheist, or I'm not a born again atheist.
Wait, whoa,
or anything like that. I'm a cradle atheist.
I suspect you were born an atheist, because who the hell is there to tell you anything?
Yeah, I was born one and still an atheist, always have been, but I find a lot of people that I run into that have been Christian or something are angry at some point. And I totally understand that by other things, but I just wondered if you've experienced that yet, or if you think you will, or.
Yeah, so I had very selective anger. I was never angry at my parents for raising me in the religion because they were trying to do what was best for them and their family. To their thought process, they were having kids and they were going to lead them to heaven, and I think that was them truly trying to do their best.
Heaven's that way, right?
Yeah.
Heaven is right
so,
here, Neil. It's right here.
And so I didn't have anger about things like that, but I did have anger with some of the way that I was treated and some of the specific indoctrination.
Yeah.
Especially with the whole like God and then men and then women and children. I had a lot of anger towards my church's pastor about that, about being okay with teaching that, and about way certain situations were handled within the church that at the time, like we had some sexual assault happen in the church that was just completely glanced over and stuff like that. And so I had very specifically pointed anger at certain situations, but I don't think I ever had the anger of, like, oh, you guys taught me this. Like, you guys taught me things that weren't true, because I think I've always had the understanding that they taught me that because they thought it was true too. So I could never get myself to be angry at them just teaching me what they thought was true.
You're really sweet.
That's
what
good.
happened to chaos? Where'd they go?
I don't know. I just noticed we lost somebody.
Are you in a rural area or city?
So right now I live in Omaha, Nebraska. So
okay.
Pretty like the city in Nebraska. But before then I was in Tulsa. Oh yeah. So yeah, I'm in a city right now. Whenever I was in Tulsa, I was pretty active with the atheist community of Tulsa, but they had a couple of things go on there where activity kind of declined for some reasons. And for a while, I was on one of the ACA shows a while back, and I actually set up Eric Murphy's first debate. He had his first debate at my college, and Matt Dillahunty came down with him and everything. So I used to be pretty involved in the atheist community and was making those connections. But then COVID hit, and it was just, I was graduating college and, going out into the world and moving back to my hometown, which was 2 hours away from everyone that I had just met. So it really like slowed down all of my progress in atheist activism. But one of the things that I told Neil whenever I sent him an email is, not too long ago, I had a friend reach out because they're an atheist, but they started struggling with the fear of hell again, which they hadn't had to struggle with for a while. Yeah. And as like knowing that I am someone who had deconverted and can talk to people about it, they reached out, and I spent the entire day, like from the moment I woke up to very, very late at night, messaging him, doing everything that I could to like giving all the rational explanations, all the emotional explanations, all the funny explanations, just everything that I could think of. And it was the first time in a very long time that I felt so passionate about something. And I was like, this is what I was doing before COVID hit. I was hit the ground running. I was doing all this stuff, and I hadn't had the opportunity to do it again until he reached out to me. And so that kind of like lit the fire beneath me again to kind of want to start and go out and reach out to people and start making those connections again. So that's why I emailed Neil.
See, I told you I love you.
I'm so glad you did. That your story is wonderful. Like great.
I'll speak up real quick and go ahead, Stephanie.
No, go ahead.
Okay, I was just gonna say I'll speak up real quick because I'll take off soon here. But I just want to say, when I was in a small town growing up and stuff, I didn't realize how much racism and politics. They're all Republican around here. And LGBT, I remember back in my day, gay was just a slur, along with the F word, stuff like that. and there's nobody that could come out in school at that time, or who knows what would happen, you know. And this
It's different where I live.
Here's the thing around that. It's you didn't need to come out. If you were different, you were noticed.
But yeah, that too.
That's still
And
what
they
it's
were
like
picked
in a
on.
lot of places.
Yeah.
Like,
But growing up, when I got to college, things changed big time for me, and I'm glad similar things has happened to you. I can see that in you, that you lost the Christianity, I lost other things instead. But I think it's a little bit relatable. That
College is a melting pot that leads you helps you ditch a whole bunch of shit you used to believe in.
Yeah.
Or a whole
It's
bunch
not
of shit
even-
you thought.
Movies.
It's not even necessarily-
Yeah.
It's not even necessarily like going to college, like the destination. Like that's what I always heard growing up was like, oh, people go off to college and then they lose their religion, and they made it sound like it was about the destination, but it's not. It's just about meeting different people, and that's a large part. But another large part
Happens
is
to be there.
but they teach you how to look stuff up for yourself. They're not just giving you all the answers. They're telling you, all right, you have to go and write this research paper, figure it out. And you learn how to, like, what the internet is and how to find things on the internet. And
Google is free, people.
different opinions, exactly. You learn what Google Scholar is, and it's mind-blowing.
I love it.
I don't even know what that is.
I mean, it was the library for me when I was in college.
Yeah.
Internet, what the hell is that? You know?
If you don't get a scholar, you've not researched enough. If you've not ever hit a paywall, you've not researched enough.
Yeah.
Is my opinion.
There's a lot
Until
of
you
truth
get
to
a paywall, you know, you haven't gone deep enough to really have a solid opinion. On
Which you
something.
can get around paywalls pretty easily just by writing the
Well,
author and saying, "Can I have a copy of your paper?"
Especially if you're a student.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Actually, at my lab, it knows our IP address, so we can get anything we want. We don't have to hit paywalls.
That's sweet. There's a website that isn't legal, I don't think. They keep changing the name of it, but I can't think what it is. If anybody knows it.
Dread Pirate Roberts.
No, not that one.
No, there's one out of Sweden that is legal that has access to everything, and then also if you want a paper that is on ResearchGate, you can just ask me because I have full access.
Sweet. I may have to look you up then sometime after your show.
Yeah, go to the
Most of the
website.
time I can go.
Go to the website Pen Island.
Don't.
They sell pens there.
Don't.
Pen Island.
Okay.
Have you guys ever heard of a website called BitChute?
Yes, BitChute
Okay.
is the haven for right-wing terrorism.
I was dating a guy for 6 weeks up
dear
until
God.
last week. And I introduced him to my family, took him home to Stacy's house.
Oh, boy.
All of a sudden, he starts talking about some website called BitChute, and I see my daughter turn white as a ghost. I'm like, what's this?
Ah.
He starts telling us about, do you know there's people who are half lizard and half human? I'm like,
Holy shit.
That's me.
Living proof.
what?
Let
I'm
me
like-
talk to you about my people.
I'm like, what?
Reptoids.
Yeah, so 6
Slee
weeks
stacks.
on the tube.
I've shed my skin at least once, maybe twice. I don't know.
Oh, that's what happened. Okay, Chaos. We were concerned about you.
But Jen,
Yeah.
I have to say
Have
that
yourself a great
where you
night.
go to college can really determine how well they tell you how to research. Because I went to Concordia out in Seward, which is just an hour west of us, and they taught us nothing of the sort.
Yeah, I mean, I went to a really, really small college as well, in Claremore, Oklahoma, and so I mean, I went from a graduating class of 30 in my high school to my class size in college being about 20 people. So I wanted it to be, kind of similar, but even though it was very small, and I mean, let's be honest, a lot of the people there, because we were in small town Oklahoma, a lot of them looked like me. And so we didn't have the most diverse people there, but we did have enough diverse viewpoints where we were able to get some conversations flowing.
Last question, I promise.
I'm surprised they didn't just marry you off at 18 and let you go to college, to be honest with you, because you know how Christians are.
Well,
Like,
believe it or not, after everything that I've said, my parents were some of the more progressive ones in, in my area. So,
because you know what I'm talking about, right?
Oh yeah. That's what my fiance is from India, and he'll get shocked all the time whenever I tell him about, you know, these people from my high school or my hometown that got married off when they were, you know, 17, 18,
I was
19.
17.
And, yeah,
I was 17.
and it just doesn't make any sense to him. And I'm like, that's just the culture. That's just how it is. And like, we'll talk about how, you know, in high school you will have kids getting married just so they can have sex.
Yep.
Then that's it.
Yeah. Well, we put the cart before the horse. We got pregnant.
all I had to
so
do.
we were made to get married.
See, and that too. Yeah, or that. That
It was
happens.
like,
That's just
you,
the culture.
You get married,
Have sex,
or you break
next
up.
day and all.
Yeah.
Last question, and I promise I'll leave, guys. What actually brought you out? What actually brought you out of Christianity? The
Are you watching
education,
me?
or just curiosity, or what actually?
Logic.
Yeah, I think so. You know, I've heard it said a lot that, you know, you don't want to leave religion for emotional reasons because then emotional reasons can bring you back. But I think emotional reasons were the catalyst to me leaving. I think I started recognizing how wrong things were and how wrong people were being treated because of religion. And
Sorry,
whether whether that treatment was technically correct or not, I didn't care. I just knew that that's not how I wanted people to be treated. And so that's really what started it all. And then even after that, that's whenever I started learning the logical reasons and the rational reasons and the philosophical arguments. But the initial catalyst was emotional.
Yeah.
That's what I was.
There was a
wanting to know.
whole
Thank you.
panel. There was a whole panel at Better on what use philosophy, which was really interesting because several of the people on the panel said we're putting forth the notion that most people that find their way out of a God belief don't do it because of philosophical argument. They do it because they start looking and start deconstructing what they've been taught, and they've interacted with other people that are not engaged in the same way in their God belief. And that causes them to just sort of start questioning, maybe this isn't exactly the way it is.
And I was one of those people that I needed to be offended. Like, as a Christian, I needed to be offended. You know, I needed to listen to the scathing atheist and listen to them talk about how Christians are ruining this and religious people are ruining that. And I needed to listen to, you know, the people like Matt Dillahunty, who gets a lot of grief because he's so hard on people. But that's what worked for me, is I needed to feel that so that I could start looking into it more. Like, I needed it to be emotional first.
Yeah, I firmly believe that as well. It's not, you know, people feel religious belief quite deeply, and in order to dislodge them from that mindset and that feeling, they have to have some sort of emotional, I'm going to defend this. And then they find themselves saying,
you don't have anything to defend.
Yeah, but I can't defend this. I can't. I looking at it, and it's not necessarily somebody else's argumentation that makes a difference, it's your own internal investigation. It's like, here's a question. I'm going to look at it a little bit deeper. And then you discover, and the crisis is, what do you do with that?
Yeah. And
who's around you to support you in your investigation of all of that?
Right. I used to be someone who I hated being wrong. I mean, I still kind of hate being wrong, but now at least it's an opportunity to learn. But
you're just not wrong anymore. I get it. Exactly. I'm the same way.
Well, and that's the thing, you know. I was the kind of person that if we were having an argument and then I told you to Google it and you Googled it and you were right, I would be more angry because I was just proven wrong. And so, like you said, exactly like you said, whenever you have to bring it in and you have to prove something and then you figure out that you don't have anything to prove it, it's like, okay, well, I need to get on the right side so that next time whenever this happens, I can be right and I don't have to be proven wrong again and again and again and again.
Right.
All he still hasn't noticed.
I feel like we're in the Brady Bunch.
I think one of the kids in like 3rd grade, like I mispronounced something, like reading out loud, and everyone laughed at me, and I was like, I will never mispronounce another word ever again in my entire life. Ever.
It makes you ready to throw hands. Like
I just like it just immediately gave me a fucking complex. Like that one comment, I was like, oh.
Ollie's too stoned to know what's going on.
What do you guys? What?
Ollie's too stoned to know what's going on.
You haven't noticed
what's going on.
Well, he had a flame
What
that
could I
long.
ever notice, Gatekeeper?
A little bit.
What?
No, my background
is just like the other.
Oh, you got my background. Yeah, you captured my background, bastard. You should come over and do my dishes then.
Good, Anakin.
Yeah,
it's like when Kenneth showed up in my trivia night and Ollie stole his profile picture.
Yep. That was funny. Yeah.
That was so funny. I still have that clip.
Oh no, it's okay. Randolph showed up. Hi, Dad. What's going on, buddy?
Dad.
Everyone keeps calling you my dad. So, you had your dad pick you up from the airport. I go, yeah, he's the best dad ever.
Oh, hello, Mr. Canadian atheist guy.
Yeah, I was handing out all your business cards there.
Yeah, I have a business
I
card
can
now for Randolph.
I can attest to that. I have, Randolph, I have your business card courtesy of Neil. So there you go.
Ah, see, there you go.
Neil didn't give me one.
But you don't have a cool sticker. See, here's the thing. You need a cool sticker like this, for example. You know, I mean,
I love it. I want one.
Have a cool sticker like this.
I'll bring some.
Where's the Mikey Famine version of that?
Yeah,
he doesn't have any yet.
I don't know.
New ones.
Wow.
I know,
or
we're working on it.
If you don't have a cool sticker, you can have a cool coffee mug. See, we've got Holy Kool-Aid's cool coffee mug.
Yeah.
There you go.
That's for Kool-Aid only.
Kool-Aid was fun. Kool-Aid was fun. He was drinking a Midori drink, and I go, so Thomas, what's that? He said, that's the Kool-Aid. Don't drink the Kool-Aid.
You'll never have to convince me.
Tomorrow's Canada Day, but I really don't give a fuck until they start actually doing something about the Indigenous people here. They can go fuck themselves with their Canada Day bullshit.
My man.
This weekend is Independence Day weekend in the United States, right?
Yeah,
and
because we all have so much independence right now, because that's really something that we can celebrate.
Given what went down in the past week, week and a half, not really keen on any of that shit.
We're all black and treat it like a funeral.
I've been off the 4th of July train. Welcome aboard, y'all.
Hey, Neil.
Yeah.
Sick. No shit.
That's awesome.
I've been off it for a while too, but especially right now, it calls the whole thing into focus. It's like, This is such garbage.
Yeah.
Ben's my new
We
best
got the
friend.
Timmys. Who's gonna go get Timmys?
Timmy
Yeah,
Hose.
exactly.
Oh, I'll go get Timmy's.
Oh,
But that has nothing to do.
dude, Ben, nicely placed. I like it.
I got to search for one now.
You gotta get your Timmys.
I got to get the one local to me.
My other favorite one is when Phoebe stops in and we need the sauna. Switch to my sauna. Yeah, the sauna.
Nice. That's good.
With all the girls in the background. Yeah. That's
Perfect.
my sauna.
Like it.
I wonder what everyone would say if I put up that background. I'm just saying.
Mikey, if you put out that background, it would be, hey, Mikey, nice place to hang out.
You can't see all the words. It says, hold on.
I believe that.
Oh, you can't see it. The capital of hell is Flavortown.
Flavor Town.
Guy
Flavor
Fieri.
Flavor Town.
Yeah.
Ugh. Guy annoys me.
Oh, see, here you go.
That's the point. He's funny.
Yeah.
And Neil, I got to say, I got an excuse to be as stoned as I am tonight.
You don't
I'm
got to
still
work tomorrow.
smoking that. Well, there's that. But I got that good Mercedes hash that I'm smoking. I just had
Mercedes?
Yeah, Mercedes hash.
Mercedes.
This is
And them there
OG
Mercedes.
Legends resin. Holy fuck! It's making my black blowing at the back of my brain. And I got the new ship. I got the new shipment yesterday of that's platinum pink Kush.
Ooh.
Nice.
It's real nice. So yeah, I got a reason why.
Ollie man, no one will ever dispute your leveling up as far as various treatments of cannabinoids is concerned.
Oh yeah,
I think
part.
we're all down with your exploration.
Yeah, I try and do my part, like I said.
He's like the Jacques Cousteau of weed.
I don't spend
Indeed.
more than I can afford. But
That's not the background I was looking for.
Ollie gets in his little submersible and
I
ventures
want
into
cool
the new
backgrounds.
depths. Come
Indeed.
with
Well,
me.
he's got
with
this pipe, Mikey, that looks like a submarine. It's a submarine apparatus, which is really
the new shatter pipe.
yeah.
Right.
Look at this
Coming
thing.
out again.
You guys,
Make it percolate. Let's go.
It's time for the percolator.
I mean, it's. I mean, what the hell? What the hell is that even?
See, Ben, you need the snow.
At least
Kind-
mine
kind of
didn't.
looks-
What?
Yeah, yours actually looks like you're there. Mine was like some nice advertisement picture. Yours actually looks like a real place.
Yeah,
But
Ben's
it's okay,
got
I'm in
more
the morgue
near
curbside
me,
appeal.
but it's in New West. So
I'm in the morgue
is a-
now, so
This is a family-friendly channel, I think,
Yeah,
right?
isn't he?
so no
Yeah.
morgues.
It's the middle of summer.
No
Why are you
morgues
showing
allowed.
a snow picture? Get the snow off the screen.
I can take this. I can
don't wanna see
leave
snow.
the morgue.
Go away, snow. I got another couple
Ollie,
of months before
come
the
on.
snow.
You know, Ollie.
You
I had
don't
a
get
friend that
snow. I get snow. You don't get snow.
Here, Ben will melt it for you. I had a friend that worked at the border as a border guard. She no longer does, but she did for a while. Actually, Lori, who's been in the chats here before, she said she had some guys show up who drove up from Florida, and they had their snowboards and stuff strapped to the roof of the car. By the way, it was August, like early August. And they
What
said,
the
"Yeah,
fuck?
we're just going up. We're going up to the mountains to do some snowboarding." She goes, "No, you're not.
No,
What
you're
do you
not.
mean?
It's
What do we
fucking
we're not allowed in?
August.
It's August, and there's no fucking snow on the mountains right now. So, like, what? Is it always snow in Canada? It's like, dude, what do you think? You cross the border and there's fucking
How
snow?
far north are you planning on driving, buddy?
I don't know if you saw the documentary Game of Thrones, but north of the wall, it is always snowing. I don't know if you're aware of this.
Yeah.
See, there's the Ice King.
You nearly
Yeah.
got Neil.
Yeah.
Look at him. You nearly got him.
Yeah.
I don't know if
Got 2 words for you, buddy. That ain't happy birthday, okay?
Oh shit.
The Neil in the North.
I mean,
Oh,
I am Neil.
look, I'm not that far away
to
from
Snowville.
Canada. There,
Snowville.
you
Yeah.
know,
Me neither.
I-
Stephanie,
I-
you get
I-
way more snow than Neil does. You get way more snow than Neil does.
Oh
Tons
yeah,
more.
I
Yep.
probably get more snow than you do. Actually, It's
I don't know about
I
that.
got an F5, you guys. I'll be right back.
I have to drive south to get to Canada. Seriously,
Well,
Windsor
there you
south
go.
of me.
Yeah, this is true.
All right, he's gone. Let's talk
We
about
lost Neil.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about him.
He didn't even say he was going for
he
a
said-
package.
He's gone. Let's talk about him.
I'm done with this
Okay.
shit.
Perfect.
Okay.
Yeah, so just tell me, guys, what you really think. Oh, hey, bud.
Hi.
Oh, hey, what's up, man?
What's going on?
Nothing.
Thanks.
How you been? How you
We
doing,
didn't
buddy?
say
He
anything.
hates,
What, you are gone?
He hates Tim Hortons so much
I
that
cha-
you know
I-
I can't even believe he's Canadian.
Yeah, I changed my mind about the snow, Neil. It kind of matches your hair, buddy.
Oh, there it is. There it is.
Neil's still got some color left. Me, no,
Fuck the
not
bear.
as much.
There it is. Well, you made him sad. Say sorry, Ollie. You big bully.
Now he's really gone. Now he's really gone. Let's talk about him.
All right, Neil, come back. I'm sorry, buddy.
He's Ollie.
You
Man.
supersized
He's
your
gone
order
out-
for
he's
free.
He's gone.
I got
out
a whole
for fresh
bouquet.
air.
Oh shit.
So I washed my car finally. There was
I washed my car last week
There's
too.
so many crusty bugs on there, and there was an entire
Dude.
whole.
It took me all day to
dragonfly.
put those there, man.
How's that fucking muffler working for you there, Mikey?
Ah.
Oh, did Mikey
So-
have muffler problems?
Mikey and
while
the
you guys were on
muffler.
your trip?
So
It
I
added
was,
to the music experience, that's for sure.
He did, yeah.
It was indeed. I mean,
Lots of
the
bass.
muffler was louder than the subwoofers, and Mikey's got
Yeah.
some powerful subwoofers.
I didn't have them up.
Just-
To be fair, like don't underestimate my subs like that in public. How dare you? My subs are muy
I'm
fuerte.
sorry.
Mm.
I'm
I was
sorry.
on-
I'm sorry. I really. I
I was
apologize.
on the lowest setting. I didn't want to blow their minds. But no, I was
Warriors.
driving to the airport. I was driving to the airport to get Neil, and of course there was traffic on 294 North, and there's like big chunks, fucking those big gaps where you gotta like jump up to the next thing, and I hit something and I cracked my tailpipe because I like as soon as it went kunk kunk kunk, and then I just hear. I was like, well, that doesn't sound good. My RPMs
No.
didn't go down. I bet it cracked again. So it's a problem if you live in the Midwest. You get so much fucking snow. Everything under your car just fucking turns into fucking ash,
I know
Thanos
what you
style.
Exhaust
Yep.
is the worst for that too, unless it's aluminized or, stainless.
I think Ollie Man and I can sympathize with your issues.
Yeah.
Yep.
And Paul too. Unsweet. And pretty much all of us. Except
I'm a
for-
mechanic, so I get to fix
Except
that dumb
Neil.
shit.
I might
That's
just
good.
go. I might
It's
just go
called
ahead and
muffler
just
tape.
That's a thing.
Yeah, oh, I know it is.
It is a thing, but it only goes so far. If the
Yeah,
top
it's
of
a-
your if the top of your
temp fix.
muffler rots out, then
Yeah, no, don't
at
use muffler
risk.
tape for that.
No, it's. I mean, the car's a 07. It might be time to just go ahead and swap out, get a brand new exhaust system.
I have never used muffler tape on a
What's this?
customer's car.
What's this? Mikey's attacking some of the guests here. Is that what's going on?
Whoa.
What?
Should have. No. Okay, that's one of the biggest grammatic errors that I fucking drives me up the wall. Should
As
have.
an
No, it's
English
should
major, I know.
have. Not should have.
Should all
You're thinking of should
Should
have
of.
with the exclamation or the
should have, would have,
with
could
an
have.
apostrophe and a VE. Should have, not should of. It's should
Oh, you don't
have or
Uh,
abbreviated.
The expression is should have, would have, could have.
Neil, do you not speak American?
No, I don't. I
Oh,
speak
okay.
proper English.
Oh, okay. Well, American's better. I'm just saying.
Janine, you're muted. I don't know how, but you're muted.
Yeah,
Mikey did it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, you
must
are.
get your microphone.
We cannot hear you. You'll have to check the. You want to leave and come back? Maybe it'll fix itself. Okay.
Or just go to settings and switch your audio settings.
There you go.
Another-
That's what we're looking for. That's what.
Hi.
There. That's
Perfect.
correct. Yes.
Oh, look at you guys.
I see it all over the place. I'm just like, I'm not going to say anything. I'm not going to say anything.
Yeah, you need to look into that, Mikey, before your car gets altogether too warm.
I don't speak Canadianese.
Canadiense.
Canadiense. Yeah.
That's my favorite Spanish word is canadiense.
So
Sounds-
whose stream is
Sounds
this?
so
What-
awesome. I want some
McKinnon,
Canadian.
are you fucking trolling? So did Aunt Jur actually end up blocking you, or did she figure out you're just goofing around?
Oh, Aunt Jer was mad.
I don't know why. Like, what?
I don't know, but I messaged her and I'm like, it's a bit from a show. Because I was gonna, like, when McKinnon first started doing it, I was gonna message Aunt Jer and I totally forgot for like an hour. And by that time, she was like twisted up. I was like, oh my god, I'm so sorry. I was gonna text you and tell you that it was just a fucking. She was heated.
Yeah, I don't, and it's like, why? It's a
Always good to keep a little bit of a sense of humor in any of these conversations
for sure.
because they can get a little heated.
I mean, has he done it to me first on Twitter? And I ended it with I just did a GIF or GIF, whatever the fuck you want to call it.
Whatever
Jeff,
you want.
it's in
I will say
theory.
GIF until I'm buried. So I don't
That
care.
may be as things are, but the guy that invented the
I saw that
protocol
clip.
calls it Jeff. So
I want Jesus to come back and lean into the mic and go, it's pronounced Jod.
no, I like that. Yeah, I think that would be good.
John.
So the dude that coined the phrase UFO intended for it to be pronounced UFO. That's legit.
Well,
That's
Okay.
a terrible idea.
I
I'm glad
agree.
we didn't do that.
UFO. Look, it's an UFO.
No,
UFO.
I call them WAPs now, unidentified aerial phenomenon.
yeah.
I don't use the term UFO anymore. It's outdated.
Apparently they have the same kind of thing for
Well, you
shit
put
under
a
the
T.
ocean.
You put a T in front of that, Neil, and what do you get?
Here in the Midwest, we
Well,
use
there we are
WAP.
then.
Top?
No, well, it could be. Yeah.
TUWAP?
I think Omaha is one of the few cities
I'm
where
lost.
where it's too Catholic to use WAP.
Two up. What?
TUWAP.
Two
TUWAP.
up.
TUWAP.
Two up, two up, two up, two up, two up.
When I was raised Jewish, and I found out that I have some Italian blood in me as well, so I kept running around singing "Jew-wop, Jew-wop, Jew-wop" all the time. So
Yeah, but you
But,
can
you
get
know.
away with it.
yeah, exactly,
Those are your words.
exactly. But I don't actually say it anymore, but I can't shake the Italian part. But I no longer practice the Jewish faith. Never really did in the first place, but you know.
Huh?
Oh crap! Everybody, be prepared.
Oh,
Oh.
It's McKinnon.
Oh, fuck.
The troublemaker.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much for having me on, Neil. Thank you for having me on.
You profession,
Gotta
motherfucker.
mute your YouTube stream. He's got to mute his YouTube stream. He's echoing.
Unidentified atheist phallus. No, I've identified mine. I don't know what you're talking about.
fallacy starting with a P. I'm a little
So many
confused.
things I want to say right now that I'm not going to.
Settle down there.
Eh.
Sorry.
Whoa. So did he really come on just to bounce?
I don't
Yes.
know.
We were talking. Him and I were talking the other day. I was got to up his McKinnon bounce game. I think he just did it. Yeah, fucker.
What happened to Deneen?
Really?
Don't
What,
know.
what was that about? Actually, I guess I'm a little.
Oh,
Deneen
with
on the cell phone and it blew up.
Well, it started out, people would, before we even were finishing stuff, they'd just bounce out and not say anything. Just poof. And
we're talking
McKenna
about
thought that
three
was kind of
different
funny.
things.
Huh? Oh, I don't know. Maybe.
Stefan, are you asking about what Aunt Jera was upset with McKinnon about?
Yeah.
Mute
I'll
stream,
let him explain it.
McKinnon, because it's delayed.
Well, I mean, it all started with a
Motherfucker. I'm gonna
This is
drive
what
to
I'm-
Texas
this
just
is
so I
what
can
I'm-
smack him.
It's a puzzlement to me. I
God,
don't know what the
dude.
fuck's going on here.
You got to get better at the bounce game and have the YouTube stream muted so we don't hear the echo.
That fucking kills me. That's
At this point, he's probably doing it on purpose.
He did. Well, it all started with that, but then he's gone.
No, I mean the stream being up and loud and just add to the chaos.
Bargle.
Yeah.
Burgle,
And on
burgle.
that note, I need a quick smoke break. I'll be back.
Do you?
In a minute.
Okay.
Yeah.
We will see you.
Oh, that didn't work.
No, didn't work at all.
It did, but it still shows the background I'm holding. So. Hang on here.
Okay, I'll fucking stop. I'll stop.
No. Start. You stop before you start.
It all started.
I don't
and
even know what the fuck's going on here at this point.
That's right.
It's just, it's exiting at the right moment. Is all, That's all
Well,
it is.
Stephanie wants to know what the whole thing with Aunt Jera was on Twitter the other day.
Oh, that. Yeah. So there's a guy that I really like, and I didn't get to go to Better, so I was really, really fucking bored because I just got back from vacation. So it was like after the come down of like a lot of fun and everything, I was just really bored. And there's a guy, Rob Schraub, who does this thing that he calls Schraubing, and you just ask the most obvious fucking question that you can to somebody asked or to something somebody has said. And so I started, and Paul, good sport, also found a cheat code to it where the last thing he did was a GIF. I can't do anything in response to that, so I couldn't beat him on that one. But the other person didn't dig it whatsoever. Like they could have quit like instantly.
She was asking like legitimate questions and expecting answers, and it was, and I'm like, it's not. I'm like, please don't feed it because you're not going to get any legitimate answers. It's like 6-year-old stuff. Basically, you just keep asking questions when somebody tells you like why, only not quite that simplified. It was funny, but Aunt Jared did not appreciate it. And I was like, oh, whoops.
Yeah, I didn't see any of that.
Me neither.
Well, you
No
were
idea what
better.
you guys are talking about.
I've been trying to stay off Twitter as much as possible.
Why?
Oh, I don't know.
I don't see all that bullshit on Twitter.
Yeah,
it's a shit show.
I think I have my Twitter set up right because I don't get to see any of that shit.
Yeah,
I just see good posts.
I don't know if it's like a secret, but like it's free to be nice to people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Doesn't cost you anything.
Yeah. I mean, Twitter's a hellhole, but on the other hand, it's like some of the stuff that's there is real stuff. Links to real stuff.
Or I get an ad for White Claw.
Or
White Claw.
I've never had it.
I have not had an ad for White Claw on Twitter yet. But
I'm having fun if we're getting ads for White Claw.
I'm depressed enough about the state of affairs in this country.
That's pretty prominent in my feed right now.
Yeah, like I'm out. I'm leaving the country. We're already trying to start paperwork and everything and get it moving.
Which country are you going to?
Canada.
Awesome.
East, west, or middle?
Wow.
Most likely because the company I work for, they're going to want me in Canada if I can. I mean, it's my money, so I can move wherever I want, but I also have a good relationship with them. So, if I have to, if it'll really benefit them, I'll go to Toronto.
You're going to Toronto? Okay.
Most
It's
likely.
not
We
too
want
far from
Vancouver, but we'll see.
Toronto's not
There's lo-
awful.
Oh,
No, it's
I'll
not.
tell you
And
what.
there's lots of good disc golf in Toronto.
Oh, he snuck into disc golf once again. Like he sits there and waits, just like the bounce. He's like, "There's a moment, and it's coming up." Throw it in there like a fucking.
It's not the first time
Ollie.
tonight, dude. You missed the earlier references.
Ollie is like an alligator snapping turtle waiting at the bottom of a pond.
I'll tell you what, Ollie, man. You already
Poised.
know you already know my destination. If I ever can figure out how to do it, it would be Chester, Nova Scotia. That's where I would. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
If you're a
Mahone
highly
Bay.
skilled person, you can move to Dublin and get fast tracked to Irish citizenship.
I saw that. I was reading an
Yep.
article on that the other day.
I remember seeing that too.
If you go back in some of my posts, you can find the entire list and everything, and then the whole process how. So it's an option for people that have higher education.
Womp womp.
Unfortunately, sailmaker is not on the list.
Well,
I'm
coach,
just a bill.
a professional athlete coach was on there too.
Actually, yeah.
I coach basketball.
That could work.
Basketball.
Like, I think I could
Number
move.
69, little bitch.
I don't think I could leave the country and keep my job, though. I don't know if they'd let me.
I cannot go
come
until
down here.
my military service is up.
Yeah.
I'll
I'm
coach
pretty
whatever
sure
they
they
want if they'll let me move.
I'm in. I'll coach whoever the hell you want me to. I'll Forrest Gump
Yeah.
this shit.
I'll be
I
Ted
saw-
Lasso. Bring it on.
I'm pretty sure I saw Sandlot like 3 times this month. I got this. What
Easy
do you
peasy.
say? Badminton. It's nothing like Sandlot. I mean, perfectly fit for Sandlot, the badminton tail.
Jen, do you work for a local company?
Yeah, I work for a local engineering company.
Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, their like main base is in Lincoln, so
Okay.
it's just a little far off.
I'm gonna move to Germany so I can put the fucking umlaut back in my last name.
Oh yeah, I remember you saying that. You were talking
See,
about
I could
Germany
just
on
pick a
Twitter.
duty station that's like overseas, probably. I could
Yeah.
end up somewhere.
Yeah, but it's still American soil.
It still is.
Just that
but
little
at
part,
least,
though.
But at least culturally, like the rest of the surrounding place is tolerable.
You could leave base and go have a real life.
Sometimes.
Fucking AWOL. Let's go.
It's really fucking weird. When I was in my teens, Canada was an option for like not being drafted,
Yeah.
and
So-
now
so
it's
being
I
regular.
feel like it's the same, if not worse.
See, I'm not going to get drafted
Yeah,
No,
yeah.
you won't.
Sorry. Paperwork's
because
done
I'm
on
already
that.
in.
You cannot be a Hawkeye.
I am already in.
And it wasn't because I was against the military. It was because of what was going on.
Definitely.
Vietnam
definitely.
was a terrible mistake. It was terrible,
Actually,
terrible mistake.
In terms of a lot of stuff that's going on right now, the U.S. military is surprisingly more progressive than a lot of the civilian world. So
You said that on the panel, and
Yeah.
you know, and absolutely, I agree.
it is.
It's the, you know,
Like the people in control of the military right now, like they're trying to do better. Like they're doing, at least like the majority of them are actually, like they're putting policies in place to actually move forward. And while it's slow, they're working on it. Like they're really working on it.
Yeah, progress is progress.
So
If they could stop covering up certain
which is why
acts
I'm not.
that are happening to cadets of color during boot, that would be great. And stop.
yeah,
fucking
definitely need to
defending
do
people.
more about that. Definitely.
Yeah, when I was in there,
That's
I
why
was
I'm not.
actually surprised
That's
by
why I
how
don't have. That's why I'm not entirely hopeless. But it's just so hard, and I really didn't anticipate that these battles on a way larger scale would have to be fought again. I think that's one thing that people forgot. We should have been fighting these battles all the time. Let our guard down. We let our guard down towards the forces of fascism and all this stuff. We got complacent. It's like the haters are still there, and they tend to be far better organized than people who just simply say, "Okay, let's go," and leave people alone, let them live their lives.
I mean, look at churches though. Like, if anyone does a really good job organizing, it is religion. They're really, really good at it.
2,000 year head start.
Yeah.
Religion does, but the fundies are really, really good at it.
Yeah.
The people of goodwill in the religious field tend to let their guard down and just let things go. So what's happened, from my point of view anyway, what's happened over the course of the past 50 years is the liberal perspective has thought that's good enough. We've won. And we don't need to be vigilant against the forces of reaction. But the forces of reaction are winning the day today because they've never let up. They've always been resentful of losing the Battle of Selma, of losing the Battle of Birmingham, of losing the Battle of Obergefell, of losing the battle of recognition of people's actual human rights. The people in the middle have all thought, oh well, that's good. These people are cool. We've always thought these people are cool, and we don't have to actually fight. Well, the time has come to stand and fight, because with the decision about Roe, with the decision about today, the decision about the EPA, it's like we're seriously fucked. That we need to stand and fight. And we've lost a lot of the people, a lot of the dirty fucking hippies like me were screaming, look, these people are coming for all of this. I don't remember who said it, but the price of liberty is eternal vigilance. And when you pardon me, when you let vigilance down, the forces of totalitarianism are gonna creep in. And now's the time to stand and fight. Because if we don't do it now, it's all going to disappear.
Yep.
You know, we're really standing. I think we're standing on a precipice that was not the case in the 60s. We're not faced with the difference between the situation now and the situation in the 50s and 60s is we're not faced with people demanding their rights. You know, black folk, people of color did not have rights. They were fighting to achieve recognition. Right now, we're facing a situation where people are trying to take away previously recognized rights.
Did you see what came out of the Texas GOP and the platform? They've actually come out and said that they want to repeal the Voting Rights Act of 1965. They want the Brown versus Board revisited. They want basically everything that protected a minority's right to be able to go to a polling place or to attend the same school or attend the school of their choice is now coming into question under the guise of Republicans saying we don't need these laws anymore, equality exists. And Mikey, please stop your laughing at that premise, but
yeah, and I live in this.
Yeah,
the difference in this situation is that these people are not. These people have always been standing in the doorways and blocking up the halls.
And the terrible thing
over the course of the past 50 years, they've been swept away, and they've never abandoned the notion that we can go back to the point of maintaining power for a system that perpetuates them in a superior position to everybody else. And now what they're trying to do is actually take away the rights that were inherent anyway, and establish a political regime that puts them at the top of the pyramid. And it's a different battle. It's not, we're not fighting for rights right now. We're fighting to preserve the rights we have achieved. And for me, for a person of my age who went through the battle to obtain legal recognition, to see the retrenchment, it's like, no, well, yeah, you won that one, but we're gonna win this one, is just horrifying. I think, eventually, at some point in time, everyone's rights will be vindicated. The moral arc of the universe bends towards justice and all that. It's a nice theory, but the moral arc of the universe ain't gonna bend unless there are people bending it. When people just sort of sit back and think, oh, well, we've achieved this goal or that goal or the other goal, that's not how it works. People have to be engaged all the damn time.
Getting people to
Mikey,
care about
you were talking about over the weekend about an existential crisis. We're in one.
Yeah. I've come to terms with it. I'm that dog in the thing now, in the meme. This is fine. Because it takes so little to get all this done. You know what I mean? Like a concerned group of citizens, it's real easy to get all this stuff done. It's real easy to out manpower, to use manpower instead of corporate money to get the proper people elected. People just gotta stop fucking pissing and moaning on Twitter long enough to get fucking candidates that are worth a damn in. But what do I know?
No,
That was
you
actually
know what?
something-
That's exactly right. And it needs to be at the local level too, especially at the local level. You just got to get,
Yeah,
go in there
it's
and make a difference.
it's also one of those things where like I'm, on social media, my feeds are always flooded with all of these like activisms and people going out and people fighting it and protesting it, and that's absolutely incredible. And it's difficult to like always feel that, because I remember like whenever it first happened and the first couple of days, I just felt so defeated. And there are some people who went out immediately and they were like, let's protest, let's fight. And I remember just being like, how do I even like continue on like going to work and doing all of these things that I'm supposed to be doing whenever, like you said, like we're in an existential crisis. Like you just feel so defeated sometimes, and it's hard to like remember, like, no, we have to get out and we have to do stuff about it.
And we're kind of insulated in the city we live in.
Yeah.
You and I are.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, you and I live in a 95% white community that feels like the problems are far away.
Yeah.
They're not.
No, for sure.
I mean, I don't blame people.
Hey, I live in the whitest state in the nation, so, but whatever. But fortunately, it's also a pretty small rural state, and people know their neighbors and trust their neighbors and do have a fair amount of empathy with their neighbors. So I think Maine will be okay, but I really feel for people who are somewhat more out of touch.
I'm just picking out new countries over here on my other screen. Y'all keep talking.
Nice.
New countries.
Shopping around.
I'm fine where
I
I'm
wouldn't
at.
recommend
I'm kinda happy.
Myanmar, Mikey. I'm not sure that would be a good.
I'm not going to the Philippines either.
Yeah.
I like weed. Duterte can kiss my ass. You're not fucking murdering me for smoking a joint. Fuck you.
There you go.
As far as good news,
anytime you want, Mikey.
as far as good news, as I said earlier, I had a nice long conversation with Meredith O'Neill, who's the president of the John Ritter Foundation. We're on for September 17th for an official charity stream.
Awesome.
Cool. That's an annual
Noah,
thing.
Jason, and Ann Ritter will be there.
Oh, sure.
You guys did that roughly right around that same time last year, didn't you?
Yes, because that is the
day.
weekend of Awareness Week.
Cool.
So,
hello,
so-
Neil.
Oh, Neil's back. I thought he went to Timmy's and forgot about us.
Nope.
Yeah, well, you got to.
I don't have to go to Timmy's. I could just order them.
Mr. Benser, your med Twitter will be requested for that.
Oh, yeah, for the event.
There you go. Mark it on your calendar.
Scratch it in.
Can you send me a DM with like the info so I can?
Yeah,
fill
in
it?
about 30 days, we're going to have everything like finalized as
Okay.
far as times and everything else like that. We're going to do 6 consecutive 4-hour segments. I have suggested them to hire Mikey as a producer to get it all organized.
Brilliant.
So because you need somebody to
Push the
direct
buttons.
the circus, I guess would be a great way to put
Yeah.
it.
Oh, the lever, crunk.
It's on a Saturday night.
So yeah, it'll be starting. We don't know when it'll start. Like maybe noon on Saturday, all the way through till noon the next day, or something along those lines. We'll do, but we're going to try to utilize every bit of advertising that we can, and hopefully, reach a goal of 10, 20, 25,000.
I'm sure Med Twitter will pick it up. Once I get it started on Med Twitter, it should hopefully get out there.
But if Jason and Noah get on, who are the two, are John's kids, get on and start talking about it, that's gonna drive a significant amount of traffic.
Definitely.
Do you know if one or both of them are atheists, and maybe Neil will interview them that night?
The whole family is non-believers. John Ritter was a outspoken atheist, if I remember correctly.
Cool.
Yes, very much so.
So I'm just spitballing here, but Neil would you be part of that show and interview one of them or both of them? Come on now, that'd be awesome, wouldn't it?
Interview who?
Maybe it won't happen.
Jason Ritter, John's oldest.
Yeah, I'd interview him for sure.
But I don't know if that's the right venue to bring all that up, because
no, but prior to
we could even
build up.
Well, we could even do like we could do a medical myths episode about like myths about aortic dissection, like people think that, like, I don't know, come up with some things that people misconstrue about, like misdiagnosis and all that kind of stuff.
Ben, you'll love this, but her story, Meredith's story, who's the president of the foundation, her story is much worse than mine. She dissected while having a C-section.
Whoa.
Oh.
So she had her open heart surgery on the very exact same table that she gave birth on.
Damn.
Jesus Christ.
Wow.
Well, here's the thing. I think that, if this is something in the future, perhaps there's a way of platforming these stories as a build-up to something in the future.
Yeah, we're thinking about doing
if you see what I mean.
An annual come tell your story, because honestly, there's not a lot of people like me. There's not a lot of people that just flat out survive an emergent event. There's not a lot of people that even survive going through a prophylactic procedure.
I know it's an online event, but do you need like volunteers for anything?
We need people to run 4-hour segments.
Okay.
And honestly, playing games and doing your whole like trivia night and everything like that would.
I'm trying to see too
if into a 4-hour segment.
I'm also
happy
trying to
do whatever I can, Swede.
Well, I want to see if I can. I kind of want to talk to some of the clubs on my university campus, like for the med students, and see if there's a way we can make some of it into volunteer hours, because they love to volunteer for stuff. But if we got like, I don't know, if cardiology club or something wanted to do a presentation or whatever, like that might be able to count for something for them and could.
Yeah, because one of the biggest things that the foundation is frustrated over is the lack of attention ER doctors give to this particular.
I could talk to the emergency medicine club and see if they wanted to do a little, or if they know any. Yeah, or if they know anybody that would like, because they have connections to ER physicians. If anybody has a presentation on the subject matter or whatever, I can see if we can drum that up.
But even to talk about, the problem of staffing in the ER room, which puts much more pressure on doctors, which means more things.
Yeah, let me find out who we got on the club board and see if I can get anybody who can do a presentation.
Swede, why don't you get Dr. Oz?
Honestly, he was the most preeminent cardiac surgeon for what happened to me. If 20 years ago, if I were to have a prophylactic surgery to be preventative on it, he would be the doctor in the world to go see about it. He literally was the world's most preeminent cardiac surgeon.
See?
Well, he could still be in an OR saving people's lives.
But instead.
Indeed, but instead.
If you really want to learn about how awesome he used to be, go Behind the Bastards has an excellent 3-part series on him. It's one of the best podcasts that goes into him, and then they have one on Dr. Phil that's also just as hilarious.
Yeah.
But yeah, Dr. Oz is one of the very few people that's a grifter that actually started out being
legit,
extremely awesome at what he did and saving lives. And he developed several techniques within the OR that saved my life that were used. So, I mean, he's left a legacy. He's left a legacy that could still be good if he would have just stuck with it.
Stopped.
It's really tragic that that engineers, people who develop stuff like this,
hey guys, I'm saying
go
goodnight.
off the goddamn rail.
Have a good one, all.
God,
I gotta hit the hay.
All
right, brother.
I'm all fucked up.
Congratulations. I appreciate your endeavors.
Yeah, I think I might have to piggyback off of that. So I think I'm going to.
Aw. Well, great having you on, Jen. Thanks for putting up with our shtick here in the after party.
It was wonderful meeting everybody. I can't wait to connect again soon.
Well, anytime you see us going, you're welcome to jump into the after party.
Yeah, I'll bother you guys for the link for sure.
All right, excellent.
All right, have a good night, everybody.
See ya.
Bye.
Rock on.
All right, she's gone. Let's talk about her.
But yeah, Neil, you and I might want to talk about, just because you're good at interviewing, to maybe take a small part of doing some interviews or stuff like that. We can just give you a script of questions to ask. I mean, people just want to tell their story. People just want to tell their story about what happened to them.
About what?
About surviving what we went through.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Because the main premise that we want to get through is what happens to us gets missed so often. As Ben will tell you, that we go in the ER, they tell us we're having a heart attack, they send us home, we die.
Right.
That's what happened to John, and that's their whole desire to talk to ER doctors these days. Is we have all this research, we've done all these studies, we've funded all this, and ER doctors just aren't paying attention to us.
Right.
And there's a little bit of a decent reason why, because it's rare. But it's so fatal that even rare just kind of doesn't play the card anymore, I guess. But I don't know. We'll see. Over the next 30 days, we'll be getting things together and everything, and hopefully we can nail some parts down and everything. So, but yeah,
I just put out a thing in one of the Facebook groups for the class of 2025, because they have all the club leaders now on campus. So we'll see if any of them respond, because we might have some contacts to be willing to help out. So
awesome. Anyway, that's my shtick. That's my good news.
That's good news.
Good time.
Everybody wants a little escapism in this dark time.
Mm-hmm. Oh, anything medicine related too, like happy to help out, because that's like something I know how to do. Like I know plenty of people that are interested in the subject matter. So
I'm trying to figure out what the hell I want to eat.
Timmy's.
No Timmy's. Do that in the morning. I get some.
Always Timmy's. Ooh, do it. I wish I was able to go to that Vietnamese place that Stephanie went to in Fort Wayne.
No, I didn't get a chance
that
to
was a
either.
good place.
The Italian
That
place
was a
was good
good
too. Oh,
place.
Stephanie, I did get the picture
You did?
from Thomas.
Oh,
Yeah, but he
fuck's
also
sake,
said
send it to
that.
me.
Well, but he also said they've got one that they've used a filter on to make it look like a painting. But I think he is going to send it over email because Instagram does weird things with pictures. So, but I can send you just the
Well,
regular one.
Just send me the regular one because that was just the most awesome. That was really fucking cool.
I need to start figuring out like what is the difference like in stuff that's available to be eaten in like Canada, like certain shit that's not going to be as readily available up there.
Like what?
Huh?
You can get anything up here. What are you talking about?
Well, I mean, like I gotta figure. Maybe I'm wrong. That's what I'm saying. I don't fucking know. Canada's a country I've never been to, but how readily available is Dr. Pepper?
Oh, any corner store.
Okay, cool. All right.
He's got some preliminary questions before we take any further steps.
Indeed.
We're doing quite a bit of research.
What's your Dr. Pepper situation over there north of the
That's all I
border?
need to know.
North of the border, yeah.
I wish that was a joke, but it fucking wasn't. Like my mom, like my wife and I were sitting there talking about it, and like she's like, these things are gonna be different there. Like certain things don't come in the same way, and they have like certain things aren't gonna be available. And I'm like, that Dr. Pepper, like do we want to make this commitment? Because if I lose that shit, I don't know how nice of a person I'm gonna be anymore.
No, you're good. We have Dr. Pepper here.
Okay, it's not like in Germany where it's like damn near grape juice, right?
No, it's not damn near grape juice. It's Dr. Pepper.
Okay, there's certain places where they make it and it tastes different. It's dumb.
Okay, I don't know. I've yet to experience something like that myself.
Gotcha. Okay.
Ah, damn it. Shit, I was thinking maybe I'll get one of them big ass fucking 50s hot dogs, the big fucking foot long jobs that they got. But no, they're closed, motherfuckers.
All right.
You bastards. I don't know. I don't know what I feel like. I should eat some because I haven't eaten since this morning. So
you're a hungry boy.
I am too. McDonald's, fuck yourself.
And Farron, the names of those Muppets that you're thinking of is Statler and Waldorf.
I got him. Over here somewhere. The Lego figure versions of them, anyways.
Well, he was like, me and Air will be like the hecklers on the Muppets.
Oh.
What don't you have like in Lego? That's probably like a shorter list.
Well, I noticed they're releasing a new version of the Sanctum Sanctorium, Doctor Strange's place. They got a big ass version coming out that's worth a few $100, so probably get that one next. But yeah, no, I got a ton of fucking Lego here, which I have to move the fuck out of my room when I want to put my new bed in because it's taking up a lot of space in here. So
there you go.
A mountain of fucking Lego over here. Like seriously.
Fucking shit, Neil.
Mount Lego.
God damn.
Yeah, I know.
I say, God damn.
I think I might have a problem.
I got my oldest for his birthday the complex, the Jurassic World complex that has the Therizinosaurus and the Tyrannosaurus with all the buildings and everything. He was pretty excited about that.
What the hell? Huh.
So I got one more question, Neil, about Canada.
Sure.
So one thing that we were sitting there doing a bunch of
What a guy. I need to know what he was going to say now. Damn you, McKinnon! I will haunt you when I die, if that's the thing. Though I doubt it. If I get some Popeyes chicken, what do you guys think? Popeyes chicken? Yeah, they got
Popeyes
the
is
ghost,
good.
Don't
ghost
touch
Pope, yes.
pepper wings.
Pope, yes. It's spelled
Okay.
Pope, yes. If you spell out Popeyes,
Yes.
it's spelled Pope, yes.
Yeah, it also spells Popeyes.
Yeah, but Pope, yes.
But you'd have to put a space in between Pope and yes, wouldn't you?
Vote for this guy for president. Vote Cthulhu. Vote for the evil.
I'm voting meteorite.
Giant meteorite of death. Gmod.
Make it quick. Quick and really cool.
Yeah, and make the discovery of the meteorite be like right before it happens so that we don't have like time to stew about it or like have any hope. Just just stop it all.
Let it end.
Is there so
or if the robots want to take over, I'm cool.
Swede, should I put people in contact with you, or who should I get them in contact with?
And me,
for-
or if you want to coordinate on your end, who would be best to talk to about what, and then get me like the here's a roster for this particular topic, here's a roster for this, that you can do that, or you can just send them directly to me.
Yeah, because I have the club president of the emergency medicine club on here, and I gave them some kind of basic info of what I gathered so far. I said that I'd have more info from like the event organizer, but I didn't know like who I would bring in about that.
Me, and I may be turning it over to somebody else, in a different 4-hour time slot, because I'm only at most I'm going to take 2 of them, and do hopefully only one, and be able to have other people who are more entertaining than me do this. So we'll try and figure it out, and maybe even a club president would love to talk to ER doctors and be an interviewer or something like that. Who knows?
Yeah, I'm asking them and see if they at least have, because even if they can't interview, like I could always interview them. Like I'm happy to take some slots there. Like if they have network of someone who has a good presentation or has some good tips for how to rapidly diagnose this in the emergency department, like that'd be brilliant. So we'll see what they say.
But a lot of it we really want is for people that is survivors to come on and talk about their stories and stuff like that. So I mean that's probably going to be quite a bit of it. The other a bit of it is I know Jason and his younger brother are big gamers, so we may be playing games for the vast majority of it if that's what they want to do. So apparently when they get going at each other, it is just a comedy show to behold. So obviously they got their dad's comedy funny bone. So yeah. But anyway, I think I'm going to go to bed because I have a 7.5-hour drive tomorrow.
Oh no!
Oh shit!
Gotta go to the
I think
grocery store.
everyone's going to bed.
Yep, it's holiday weekend at the parents.
Oh no!
Uh-oh.
Holiday weekend at the fundamentalist parents.
Goody.
They understand that we don't go to church, so.
At least there's an understanding.
Beyond that, they think I go to Catholic church with the wife, so we'll just leave it at that. We will just leave it at that.
How's the service?
Well, see, that's the thing is like the service I grew up with in the Lutheran church compared to a Catholic, there's like 4 words of difference in the whole liturgy.
Yeah.
And like literally we say an additional 2 lines on the end of the Lord's Prayer, they don't, and that's basically it. And so when they talk about, so how was church, this, that, and the other thing, I'm like, yeah, it was this Sunday, so we said this because it's still burned in my brain, what time of church year it is. And yeah, it's the 13th Sunday of Pentecost, so let's see here. What would we have talked about at that? Whatever.
Well,
I just think it's cute that my oldest and youngest think it's baby Cheez-Its.
The small Cheez-Its.
Yep. They're delicious. They really are.
That's what the communion wafers are.
Yep. My mother gets pissed when I encourage them about it.
We should get the wine cups with the cracker in the cup, like in Seth Andrews' talk.
I probably have some stash somewhere around here.
Portable communion sets.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
From my days of pre-seminary school.
All right. I made my order. I ordered up a couple orders of spicy wontons, which comes in a chili peanut sauce. I got 2 bowls of that shit.
Liking it.
And I got some barbecue pork. So
hell yeah.
Here we go. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. I was gonna get spring rolls too, but then it was getting a little pricey, so I was like, well, fucking $50 on Chinese food is good.
Yeah, I know.
All right. Excellent.
All right. Good night, y'all.
Good night, Stephanie.
Good night.
Once again, I just want to say
great job.
Once again, I just want to say it was really great to meet you in person and give you a big hug and stuff. That was awesome.
Yeah, that was good. Likewise, Mikey.
Yeah, likewise.
Likewise, SDB. And great job tonight on taxes.
Thank you.
That was really awesome. So, talk to y'all later.
Ya. Yeah. Bye, Stephanie.
See you soon. Yeah, I mean, well, Swede, you're going too, right? Because you got to go and what are you doing? I have weird friends, and I'm really happy and proud about that. So.
It's funny because every time my sons do something that's just totally off the wall, I'm like, you're weird. Never change.
That's parenting right.
Just grab him by his little cheeks. Just never change. Promise me. Promise me.
You are
weird. Fuck's sake, let go.
I'm scared.
Ow.
You are weird. Never change.
The fact that we're in a Neil's after show and there's only 4 people on the screen, that like never happened.
I know that's really bizarre, but hey, what do you do? Well, I just ordered some food, so I'm gonna.
We're hanging out.
McKinnon's little gimmick is caught
Phoebe
on.
said she was gonna show up and then didn't. Phoebe was like, "I'm gonna stay up all night and I'm gonna go see what Neil's," and then she probably fell asleep. So you know what?
She probably did.
Probably fell asleep in the sauna.
Although I still like there's a typo in one of the super chats tonight at Takis, and so someone said Poby, and just left out the H.
Poby.
And so now I'm gonna call her Poby.
Awesome.
Oh boy.
Hey, Poby.
Poby.
Oh boy.
Hey, Poby.
Are you a sandwich in New Orleans?
They got them
so
up here.
did
There's
you?
a gas station that makes them up here. Well, a restaurant that's attached to the gas station. Yeah.
So I'm still laughing about Godless Granny's burning bush.
No, yeah.
I can imagine where that's going, and
Oh, and it was
Yeah,
so funny
that'd be
because Granny announced this to the entire room. So it's not like this was a secret. She said this to everybody in the whole conference. So Godless Engineer was doing his Brocephus impression, and so people were asking him questions as if he was Brocephus. And so somebody had asked, what strain was the burning bush? And So they have this conversation at the burning bush, and then Granny gets up and says, actually, I'm older than you think I am, and that was actually my bush.
Kelly was fucking gold right there.
So funny. Well, that comes from like the Critical Questions episode where they had asked, what tool do you use to trim your bushes? And made Granny go first. And Granny said, actually, I hire someone to do it for me. And yeah.
It's just match.
Hot wax.
There we go. Ooh, hot wax. Ooh, ow.
The hotter the
Fuck
better.
that.
The hotter the better.
Oh, fuck, no. No. That's horrifying.
Hot wax.
And then they asked her, is it one person or a team? And she said, it's a team of people, and you need one for the bushes, one for the driveway, and one for the edge of the sidewalk. So 3 people.
Oh, here comes the train.
Oh, the train.
I didn't think it was called a sidewalk. I thought it was called a landing strip.
Yeah.
Yep. All right, guys, I'm going to wrap it up.
It's a thoroughfare.
It's a divided
Wrapping it
highway.
up.
Yeah, I'm going to wrap it up. I'm going to get, I got some.
I'm out of shape.
Really
It's a
gotta
bit of a
start working on
roundabout
this
these
shit.
days.
I start clearing some shit out of my room before I get rid of this fucking couch and get a new bed in here. So I was sleeping on this fucking thing for like the past 10 years, and it sucks. And it's just gotten worse and worse. So I'm starting to feel the springs popping through. It's like, ooh, what was that? Oh, fuck me. Ow. So
Oh, you're on those ancient springs, man. I got that space phone.
this couch is the same age as me. It's a 55 fucking year old couch. So it's not a wonder that the springs are popping through the fucking mattress on this thing.
Damn.
But anyway, yeah, I know.
That thing must weigh 5 billion pounds.
Yep, pretty much.
This guy, and 4.5 billion of them are bed bugs. Dust mites.
Yeah, my friends.
Dust mites, maybe. Bed bugs, no.
My community.
Yeah, my
I always
neighbors.
thought bed bugs were fake until I learned that they were real. And when I learned they were real, I was like, oh, fuck, that warning was
Never
real.
sleeping again. My bed bugs hang out with the crabs.
Yeah, my crabs fight them off. They don't come near me.
That's right. They get all fucking defensive and use their little pincher thingies or whatever the hell they are. I.
They'll fuck up a bed bug in a heartbeat. Ain't no better.
Yeah.
This is crab territory.
Yeah, crab, and then the headlights come down and go, hey, what's going on? Anyway, I don't have lice, and I don't have crabs, and I don't have bed bugs. Dust mites, maybe, but I'm not going in there to check it out. So fuck that shit.
Probably got a whole colony in there.
Probably. I thought I heard some rioting the other day, but
Just gas.
Dust mite riots. I'll just sit on the mattress and fart all over it, and they'll go away.
That's chemical warfare. That's against the Geneva Convention.
Yeah, mustard gas is illegal.
And this is 10 times more deadly.
Yeah. Fuck you, bed bugs. I don't care about your Geneva Convention. Fuck you. All right. All right. Well, thanks to my wonderful guest tonight, Jen Stemmers. If you missed it, there's a link to the original interview in the description box below. And that'll have a link to her Twitter. So you can go and give her a follow on Twitter. She only has 7 followers. So everybody, let's make it happen. Let's get her up there a little bit so she can feel like she's part of our community. And Mikey, awesome job, buddy. I'm so much better with you as a co-host rather than just sitting behind the scenes. There's Ben, sweet.
I like to keep my behind the scenes time for torture before the show starts.
Yeah, he did that before you got here.
Every time they said my name, I took them off screen.
Oh, all right. Attaboy. Gotta keep these jokers in line.
You know?
Yeah, somebody's got to.
You're gonna start scaring my dust mites.
Oh, I would
Can,
never.
can I see Zero? Can you put him on the screen? I want to see a puppy.
Yeah, Ben was going to abduct Zero, FYI.
I was gonna. He's so cute.
Oh, he is in here. Come here, bud.
I heard the little feetsies.
Come here. No, that's him typing.
He's got his own little computer on the floor. What do you want? Fuck off. I'm on Dog Hub.
Hi, buddy.
Hi there, little puppy.
Hi, Zero.
Look at him.
He was asleep, so he's like, "What is happening?"
Look, why?
Why am I up here? The air's thinner.
There you go. He wants to snuggle.
Oh, he's so cute. Look at him. I got to meet Zero, and it was the best.
Yeah, Zero's awesome.
All the people I met were okay too, but the dog was the best.
Gee, thanks, man. Well, I already met you anyways. In Faithful
I already met you.
Fucking
Go
dick.
back
Anyway.
You go back to sleep, buddy.
All right.
He's been
All right,
barking
all you guys
all
out there in the
fucking
chat. Oh, sorry, Mikey.
Oh yeah,
I would be the same without you. Oh,
he's just been complaining all day because I washed the car and he couldn't see me, so I opened the door, and then he stopped barking after 32 minutes.
no good.
From the time we started ordering our food to the time our food got here, he barked the entire time.
Jeez. All right, thanks you guys out there in the chat. It wouldn't be the same without you guys, so thanks for hanging out with us. Also, my wonderful patrons, you guys are awesome. Thank you for everything you do for the show. And yeah, that's about it, guys. Until I guess, Saturday show kind of got canceled because John is going to be out of town. So we'll be back on Tuesday. And I have with me for Tuesday. Oh, hang on. I have
Party at Mikey's house on Saturday.
Apostate Ashley, who's going to be with us for Tuesday's
nice.
episode.
Did
Then we
meet
got
her?
Alice Gretchen, See Truth, and yeah.
Did we
Lots
meet
more coming up.
Apostate
Good
Ashley?
ones. Yeah, we did. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's when I set it up. I did a lot of setting up for shows when I was down there at Better. So, all right, everybody. Until then, like I always say at the end of these wonderful after parties, like the late great Carl Sagan once said, extraordinary claims require extraordinary evidence. And we'll see you guys next time.
Bye.